This video is going to be taking a look at three different terms: BAME, minorities, and people of colour, all used to make life quicker and easier while providing a sense of inclusion. Terms generally handed down by governments, terms used in everyday life as well as film and TV, terms used to group everyone together who isn't, you guessed it, but probably knew already, white. They have their merits, but they are greatly outnumbered by their pitfalls. The three terms, that is, not white people. Much. Welcome to Hakuna MaChatter, the diversity in film and TV discussion channel, helping you to better understand the importance of diversity in film and TV. I'm not going to be talking about any specific film or TV shows in this video. It's more intended to take a general look at the industry, and help to better understand my position and feelings on these terminologies for going forward. Let's start with BAME. Me, myself, I fall under the minority ethnic. Obvious really, I'm neither black nor Asian, but I am still grouped together with them. The term BAME is greatly used in the UK film, TV, theatre, commercial and other acting job industry, or for short, FTTCOAJ, as a way of opening up casting opportunities for anyone who is not white. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it makes life quicker, easier, while providing a sense of inclusion, allowing directors and casting directors to identify and access who they want for certain roles. Great, that seems perfect. Problem solved. Not quite. Sometimes solving one problem just causes another, and in the case of BAME, my does it. You see, by grouping all races that are not white under one creed and banner, it creates a state of other. There is the default that is white, and there is everything else. And everything else isn't even properly represented. The term is predominantly used in the UK, where in 2011 a census showed that Asian people made up more of the population than black people, but black appears first in this term. I mean, it's probably because BAME doesn't roll off the tongue as well. The real stinger does come from everybody else who are neither black nor Asian. We are the true other, the minority ethnic, despite the fact that the UK and the US are projected to be majority mixed race by 2050. With BAME, anybody not white gets classed into one entity, as if to say, white is normal, but for this character we want not normal, something different, exotic. Brilliant, would you like someone black, Asian, Middle Eastern, Mediterranean, Native American, Aboriginal? Yes. It's great to see the industry want to push better representation for BAME people, but the term BAME is a lazy way of grouping together people of vastly different backgrounds, cultures and heritages, and borders on insulting. Enter the term minorities. Minorities, also known as ethnic minorities, is a tricky one. Tricky because it is both better and worse than BAME. Better because it doesn't segregate anybody not white into the same but different terminology. Worse because, well, it still segregates everybody not white into one group, creating the state of other, which in reality makes no fucking sense. The majority equals white, whereas the minority equals black, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, Asian, East Asian, Southeast Asian, mixed race, Native American, Aboriginal, Inuit. I've named 10 other races that make up the minority against one that makes up the majority. Now, of course, I'm talking on a global scale here, and when you boil it down to the UK and the US, yes, white is the overall majority, and the word minority seems to make a bit more sense, until of course you ask why in these two countries minorities are minorities. Safe to say that minorities were minoritized, taken from a place where they were majority. Minorities in the UK and the US are as such, but it's important to remember why, and similar things still happen today. Refugees from the Middle East and people from South America are forced out of their countries to find a better place to live for themselves and their families. There is a correlation between the past, the present, and the foreseeable future. These people are forced, they have no choice, they are minoritized. marginalised. Thankfully, minorities isn't a word used in the UK's footer to coag industry, at least not that I've ever exclusively noticed. BAME is the go-to. But when it comes to films, who is the true minority? When Hollywood average 500 films a year to a worldwide audience of 2.6 billion people, and Bollywood averages 1,000 films a year to a worldwide audience of 3 billion people. The aforementioned minoritized makes the most sense to me, but I just don't think it will ever take. It's a reminder of the history of actions taken by the ancestors of white people, and imagine being reminded of your ancestors all the time when you thought the world had moved on and learned from these terrible events, instead of placing people into segregated groups based on the way that they look, even though they have no control over it, and they just want to find their place in the world rather than being told by society. Yeah, that'd be shit. Third term we're looking at is people of colour. I think I have the hardest time with the term people of colour. Like, every time I hear it, I die a lot more inside. What I hear each goddamn time it is said is, here we have people, and here we have people of colour. We have normal, 100% homegrown, genuine humans, and then we have some others over there. Like, what the actual fuck? I'm not a different colour to you. I just have cells in my body that better oxidize an amino acid because of the exposure to UV light, therefore better protecting the skin and body from skin cancer. And hell, I'm born and raised in the UK. I don't really need the cells that were given to me by my ancestors. They're just a byproduct of evolution. So what is the correct term of use? Honestly, just say it how it is. I'm mixed race, I have dual heritage, I don't know, I'm the guy wearing a purple t-shirt with a clever nerdy pun. Talk to the people who get categorized into these terms and ask them. I don't have the definitive answer, and each and every minoritized person may see each term differently. The best thing really is to talk to your family, friends and colleagues and ask them. But hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love voicing my feelings around these terms, and I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. Make sure you check out these past videos, and for future content, subscribe right here, turning on your notifications. Hakuna MaChatter.